guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I'm here today with a quick little message for you guys for the month of March 2022 for Virgo. Guys, sorry it's the end of the month, but take what you feel resonates for you, disregard the rest, go about your day, and know that no matter what messages come through today, it's still up to you, your active free will, the choices you make, and the steps you take in your world to get whatever fulfillment it is you'd like to see. And to me, that's personal freedom, it's personal power, and it's something that lies at the tips of your fingers and soles of your feet. So use that power to do wisely, my friends. For all my subscribers as well, I love you, love you, love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here. You mean the world to me. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. If you feel like this resonates and you'd like to see more, please hit subscribe. Join the journey with me. I'd love to have you along this ride. As well as, I do just want to say this message is timeless. Even though I've put March 2022, it's just kind of housekeeping, right? So again, you may pick this message up a year from now and it still may resonate. It's just whatever energy is floating around and it's working with you. We're all on different timelines and riding different waves, my friends. So before I get into this reading, I'm going to take a moment to call on Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, as well as Archangel Raphael, and I'm going to ask them to guide, Archangel Gabriel, my team of light, and any of your spirit guides that would be here for the entire collective, like the good of the entire collective. I'm going to ask them to join us and ask them to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, to use me as the clearest channel possible, delivering messages that are for more, like for the farthest reaching, but only for all of our highest goods. I'm so tongue-tied, so if I get like this through the reading, apologies ahead of time. So let's see right away. I'm being drawn to go into Archangel Raphael. I'm also going to ask for peace and love and beautiful infinite blessings for everyone on the planet this time. So you have massage. Woohoo! Spirit's like, take care of yourself, honey. Get a massage. Take care of yourself. This could even be rubbing yourself down. I heard for some of you, if you get anxiety or something like that, may really help just to kind of rub yourself. If you're cold, warm yourself up. It says, Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me know that I deserve to receive massages and other self-care treatment. It's not selfish, my friends, especially when you're hurting. I mean, for any of you guys that work out, right? Can you reach the back of your, can you reach everywhere to massage yourself? Not everybody has a partner that can do that. And even if we have partners, not all of our partners are massage therapists or know what to do. So Spirit's like, treat yourself. It's okay. Show yourself a little bit of self-love right now. And that green is really showing me here this Buddha, which is jade, and then we have some green calcite as well. Wearing green, surrounding yourself with green could be very, very helpful for you, as well as unconditional joy. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me appreciate everything that makes me happy right now. And Capricorn also had this one. I think it's really important for us to celebrate the joys and the things that make us happy and the things that make us smile in this world, because really, there's a whole lot of negativity, and it doesn't mean it's not important, but we don't want it to, weigh us down and affect our vibration. So a few cards came out here. We have Kangaroo, be a force for good, my friends. And I like that these animals are pretty good, but they will kickbox the shit out of you if you fuck with them, right? So this is, be a force for good, but don't take anybody's shit. Just because you're good doesn't mean you have to let people walk all over them or walk all over you. Maybe don't kickbox their ass, but if you need to release a little aggression, channel that. You have Guinea Pig here too, which says, do your part to illuminate the universe. Your heart is connected to that cosmic heart. The cat, be relaxed and independent. And this also to me speaks of independent emotionally as well. Because a cat, when you want to love the cat looks at you and like, I don't want love right now. For some of us, I think that's also an understanding to remember that even though, from this could be even our partners and things like that, even though we may want something from them, we all have to understand, what I heard is people process grief differently. So if you do have someone going through something really, really difficult, for some of us, we may need to really cling to our partners. Other people may be like, I need to be alone because I just don't want to see anybody right now. So I think that that's also really important to understand, but this is so much more. Archangel Raphael is here again. And you have Archangel Mary, which would be, Jesus and like Mary Magdalene. And I think that that's really important as well here, because this is illuminating the universe, illuminating that path, showing people the way forward. But it comes from really trusting and believing in our heart. And again, I keep hearing that cosmic heart, being that force for good, focusing on what is it we want to do, focusing on in our life what is good. What are those small blessings? What is that joy that I can focus on? Focusing on that. So if we know when we turn the news on, we're going to be bombarded with bad news. It's not that we don't know what's going on or we don't care to know what's going on, but our mental health and well-being is important, so we're going to turn it off. This is also true because you have the rat here. Now, the message from the rat is be true to yourself and the universe will reward you. This card has come up in so many of the readings because it's such an important time to just be us and to stand up for what we believe in. For some of you, I heard Ukraine, and that's where I was kind of getting with even when you turn on the news, right? But it's not just that. There's violence everywhere, but especially when you're turning on the news and you're seeing war right in your face, you know, it's one of those things that can cause a lot of heartbreak. I heard discourse for some of you, but this is also like if you're empathic, you're feeling that. I can honestly, there was a Taurus video I did for last month called Pray, and it was Ukraine took over. It was such an emotional video. I couldn't stop crying, and it was because it's just on everybody's brain. It was on everyone's mind. And to be honest, it's not that I don't care what's happening to Ukraine. I really, really do, but I cannot watch the news with it on. It's too triggering. I can't imagine what it would be like to live there. And I'm going to digress a little bit, but for any of you guys that may play Fortnite, I don't know if you do, but I do, and they have tanks, and this particular season there's tanks and there's a war going on. And I know it was already prearranged before this happened, but it triggers the shit out of me because, you know, I'm in the game running and there's tanks blowing walls out of buildings, and it crosses my mind, oh fuck, somewhere around the world that could be happening right now. So there's also this place, what I heard is when we know things trigger us, it's up to us to avoid those if it's possible and if it's healthy for us, right? Like, we can't avoid everything that's going to trigger us. We might get a whole lot of anxiety having to go to the grocery store. Like, just a second, guys. Okay, I'm back. Cat's the boss here, right? Listen to your cats. But even if you're just going to the grocery store, and what I picked up on too is like a social anxiety or something like that. To be honest, COVID measures, I hated going to the grocery store because the lineups were so crazy around things and all of the different protocol. It gave me massive anxiety, and I was like, you know what, my hubby's gonna go. It's better now because they've taken a lot of those restrictions out, but I just felt so claustrophobic. And so for some of you that may resonate, but what I'm hearing about that is that if we're feeling a lot of anxiety, and this happens a lot, it's going to be really important to shield ourselves because we may be picking up on other people, other people's energies. Like, especially what I heard is if you live in an apartment building, if you live in town, in neighborhoods, you may be picking up on other people's shit. I gotta say too, and this is my, I've noticed even in terms of the neighborhoods changed where I live, and the feelings that I had, or even like that energetic feeling, it's changed because they're new people have moved in. So for some of you, you may not even be aware because these feelings are going to feel so real, right? They're going to feel almost like they're yours, but really question yourself, like, why am I feeling like this? Because you could be picking up on someone around you's energy that they're not even aware that they're projecting out. Okay, so this rat, be true to you, because while you do this, it's illuminating the universe, but being independent, following your own way. I heard kicking ass and taking names and not taking shit from no one, but being a force for good. So your kicking ass isn't necessarily you're kicking ass, but you're doing what you gotta do. You're showing up for you, and you're focused on what it means. What I heard is to be truthful, what it means to be good, what it means to be you. What you need to do, because it's lined up like right, all three of these. because I find it funny. There's all heart, 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 and then the rat is in the center, but it's like cool, calm, spiral, like Moana. To me, this also speaks of the sun as well, like the sun in our heart, really needing to share the warmth. Okay, you have Warrior Woman from the Keepers of, this is not the Keepers, the Work Your Light Oracle. Have you answered your deepest calling? What is it you're feeling called to do? Where are those places? Because you have Lemuria here as well, that says we want to creating a heaven on earth that's happening. We want to create heaven on earth. We want to create a world that makes us happy, that brings us joy. Deep replenishment that doesn't cause us stress or worry. Retreat, rest, be held. As well as, to me, I don't know which, if this is the new or the ending, but this, for some of you, I feel like for some of you, you've been through war already, right? You maybe not figuratively, or sorry, maybe not really war, and for most of you, I hope not. And if you are currently in that kind of situation, I pray for your safety, and I wish peace. Honestly, I just wish peace right now. But whatever you feel, whatever, I heard tribe as well, whatever you feel called to fight for, it's important you do. Because for some of you, I heard you may have been fight for injustices as well. For some of you, there's tribal meaning or tribal meeting, okay? But this is, how do we create heaven on earth? How do we bring that Lemurian, those Lemurian codes and that Lemurian energy into now? Some of you, I heard like Lemurian seed crystals. But this replenishment is that, this is also choosing which battles we fight so that we're not depleting ourselves with small little ones that were meant to distract us, so that when the big battle comes up, we're already battle weary and tired. You want to save those arms, right? Oh my gosh, so I was doing at one of my workouts, there was a lot of push-ups, and then near the end, it's get your arms up like this and do a lunge, and then when you come up, twist. And it's like, you want me to hold my arms up? I can barely hold my arms up. They hurt so bad. How are you going to hold a sword if your arms hurt? It's going to be hard. The pig's at the bottom too here, which is maintain self-worth and self-esteem throughout this, my friends. You keep your head up high. Just keep grounded. This whole thing too is relaxed and independent. I feel like if you have someone around you who even may try to bring anxiety, breathe in, breathe out. Count your breath to 3 as you come in. Count your breath to 5 as you bring it in. Count them up to 3 to 5. You don't need to react right away. And what I heard is respond. You want to respond. We don't want to react to the situation that somebody might be coming along here with. So we do have the 3 of Swords here. And this is heartbreak. Even though he's showing you a heart. Looks may be deceiving. Not everything is as it appears. And then there's also the 4 of Swords with rest. Rest. Thank you. So for some of you, I heard like you may even be resting from a partnership, resting from a relationship. A fight could even be what I heard with this, but just resting from heartbreak as well. Or taking a break. Taking a break from, if you have player type energy around you as well, is what I heard. So we have here the 5 of Wands in the reverse. Interesting. The King of Cups in the reverse. And the 3 of Pentacles. Moving on, right? You're not going to play this game anymore. Right? Doesn't matter how many freaking toys are dangled. It's like, not happening. This King of Cups, I feel like it could be you, but I feel like this also could be a person. It feels very cold, very, very distant as well. And I feel like Spirit's like, it's time to move over, right? This box is a whole lot more fun than being where you're not appreciated. Because here as well, like, there's being something baited for this cat. There's 3 kibbles on top. He's not going after that. He's happy in his box, and he'd rather chew in his box. For some of you, I heard it, like, you may not enjoy this person's cooking, or you may not want to eat what they're cooking, because negativity can be cooked into things, right? So I feel like it's time to rest, because when the time is right, there's dolphins here as well, and you've got again, Capricorn had dolphins. For some of you, you definitely could be connecting with Capricorn as well. But the warrior woman is what fell to the ground. Keep your composure. Keep your stance. We have all the cards out now. Now, keeping your composure and keeping your stance. And no matter what you've been through in the past, keep that joy in your heart now. Don't let anyone steal it. Don't let anybody come in and try and say things to destroy your self-worth, because they're not you. They can't do that. This is something where we want to hold truth in our heart. And when people try to hurt us, when people try to belittle us, defame us, say mean things to us, or for some of you, just make your life hard. Make you constantly question, I heard, your own abilities as well. Somebody could, I heard, really have done a number on your own self-esteem, and this is the rebuilding process. So you have Turtle under here. Be joyful and trusting. I heard it may be difficult for you to be trusting when you've had this past with another person, but this is where it's like, trust your own instincts, because they're going to tell you, you know, whether or not you're going to allow this person back into your world or not. It's not here. It's more trust yourself on, you know, your own intuitive feelings, because I don't believe you're wrong. And if it's something that this intuitive feeling, you know, especially when it comes to, you know, relationships with others or something like that. Like what I heard is too, like almost like gaslighting. Okay, you thinking or you feeling like someone's done you dirty, and they're like, no, we didn't. No, you're crazy. No, why would I do that? And then you find out like a couple years later, oh, they did. And it's like, you know, I believed you, and you made me question myself, which then led to all of these other questions. And it takes a long time to rebuild from that, my friends. So stay in your warrior stance. Be peaceful, but remember to choose your battles so that you're able to wield this sword next time. That's the message I have. I love you all. I hope it resonates, and I'll talk to you later. Mwah. Bye, guys.